What's up, everyone? Welcome to this live stream. Very happy to see you. I'm very excited about this live stream as it's the release, or I should say the announcement of the Mavic Air 2, the drone that we have been talking about for so long, and it's now here. So very happy to chat with you guys on this live stream. I see we have tons of comments already, tons of people tuning in, and I want to say thank you and welcome to this live stream. I'm using a new software for live streaming today, so hopefully things will turn out well. Hopefully you guys can hear me, see me well, and everything is fine. Echo, okay, sorry about that. Let's see if we can fix that. Let's see. How about now? Let me know if now it's better. I just removed one of the sound sources. Hopefully now the audio should be a bit better. And excuse me for that. Like I said, it's my first ever time streaming with this new software. Hopefully things will be fine. All right, now that it's better, let's start with the live stream. The software that I'm using is called Ecamm, and I have linked it below if you guys are interested in live streaming software for Mac. It's a really good one compared to OBS. But I just want to say thank you to Ecamm for making this software so much easier so I can interact with you guys. I see your comments a lot better here, so hopefully now it should be better in a way so I can chat with you and just answer your questions. David is here, Kluji Tech, saying hi. Hi David, nice to see you. Thanks for tuning in, and yeah, I appreciate your support. I see a lot of people from Bulgaria, which is really nice to see. I always appreciate the support from my local people. The sound is too low. I will just get a bit closer to the microphone as I really can't turn it up more than that without making some problems for the audio. But hopefully everything is fine and you guys are ready for this live stream. I'm so excited about this new Mavic Air 2. As a matter of fact, I woke up at 4:30 to watch the announcement and to see everything going on. Unfortunately, I still haven't ordered mine as it's impossible to order in Bulgaria for now. It's delayed, just like the Mavic Mini was. And this is really annoying because it's just, you know, something that is keeping me waiting. Unfortunately, I'll have to wait a bit more until I order it. But of course, you know, I'm going to get one and make tons of videos about it. The ones that you already know I'm known for. So let's talk about the Mavic Air. I have a little paper here with all the specs that I think are very interesting, and I just have to mention them. And the first thing, of course, is the camera. The camera is with this 1/2 inch sensor, 4K 60 frames per second, compared to the 1 inch sensor of the Mavic 2 Pro and the 1/2.3 inches of the Mavic 2 Zoom, and also the Mavic Air, the first one, and the Mavic Mini 2. So now we are having a bigger sensor, which means that the quality should be a bit better. It's up to 120 megabits per second. So the camera is something that I'm definitely very excited about, and it comes with this it comes with this fixed aperture of 2.8, something that we have seen a lot in other DJI drones. What else? 48 megapixel photos, RAW support, of course. It's just under 600 grams. It flies for 34 minutes. It has D-Cine-like. Hopefully this will be enough for color grading the footage out of this drone. It has 8K hyperlapse, something that I'm very excited about, since we only had hyperlapse on the Mavic 2 Pro. Now we'll have it on the Mavic Air 2 as well, and I'll make a lot of tutorials on how to make a killer hyperlapse, because they are extremely underrated in my opinion, and 8K hyperlapses should be great. We have APAS 3.0, meaning that the drone will be able to detect obstacles and go around them automatically. I've never been a really huge fan of APAS, but now I'm excited to check out APAS 3.0, because before It wasn't perfect. Hopefully now it's a lot better. OcuSync 2.0. This is one of the biggest things about this drone, giving you 10 kilometers of range in FCC networks and 6 kilometers of range in CE networks, which we have right here in Europe. And that's great. 6 kilometers is still insane, but 10, you guys in the US and Canada and all over the world where you are using FCC networks, you are going to really benefit from this. The price is $800 for the regular package, and next to close to $1,000 for the Fly More combo, which gives you more batteries and a few more accessories. And also ND filters, which are great little touch from DJI, allowing us to get ND filters straight away with the drone itself, as this was something that was missing in their previous drones, and you always had to go to Polar Pro, Freewell, or some other companies for checking out ND filters. Now you get them straight away with the Fly More combo. I personally plan to get the Fly More combo, as it's really a good package, coming up with 3 batteries in total, and with that amount of flight time, 34 minutes per battery, it's going to be great for you know, using it for longer periods of time. Maybe if you're on a long hike or something like that, you'll have enough batteries to do whatever you want with your drone. So I'm really excited about that. I have linked the Mavic Air 2 in the description. If you want to check it out, support my channel and buy your own from this link, I will very much appreciate that. But now I really want to talk to you guys, see your comments, and see what you guys have to say, and maybe just respond to your questions, the ones that I know the answers to, of course. Do you know if you can charge it with a power bank? I don't know that, but I assume you can, because nowadays the newer drones are able to be charged with power banks. I'm not too sure if the Mavic Air 2 will be able to do that, but hopefully it will. So I don't have, let me just add this. This is the new feature that I really like about this eCam software. I can put your comments on the screen so everyone can read what I'm reading as well. So I don't have any drone. What drone do you suggest to get? I suggest you to get this one. I think it's the perfect combination between a beginner drone and also semi-professional drone, because it gives you so much when we're talking about flight capabilities, flight time, camera capabilities. Everything is just on point for this drone, and unless you're looking to create something really professional, I think that's going to work perfect for you. I personally think this is going to be my go-to drone, to be honest. I don't think I will use the Mavic 2 Pro so much. That could be, I might be wrong, but I think this is going to be my go-to drone from now on. It's just really, it ticks all the boxes. For now, at least from what I've seen on spec-wise. Let's see what else you guys have to say. Andre is asking, do you know if Mavic Air 2 has the same feature that you can control your drone with your hand without the controller? I don't think so. They haven't mentioned anything about gesture controls on this drone. I think it's only available on the Spark and the Mavic Air original one, I think. So I don't think they will add it to this drone. They haven't mentioned anything. It is pretty funny, Mavic Mini just gets updated ironically when the Mavic Air 2 comes out. Smart business strategy. You know, these guys, they definitely know what they're doing. So yeah, it's very smart, very, you see we had discounts all over the place recently. So of course they're trying to sell as many units as possible. So yeah, that makes sense. No ADS-B for Europe, that's why you have 2 types of Air 2. Yeah, I saw this information a couple of times already. I have to confirm it. I'm not too sure if that's correct, but I'm assuming it is. So if that's the case, it's really bad, because it was supposed to be bundled with the drone. So if it doesn't have this ADS-B, which is going to be mandatory for European regulations, it's really going to suck. I don't know about that. The Air 2 The Air 2 has made the Mavic 2 zoom obsolete, says Colin. Absolutely agree with that. I think they really didn't want to push the Mavic Air 2 up to the Mavic 2 Pro territory, but by doing that, they killed the Mavic 2 zoom. Of course, the Air 2 doesn't have the zoom functionality, but if you're only going to get the drone for that zoom functionality, I don't know if that's a good decision or not. So Joshua Williams says, do you think the Mavic 2 Pro is worse than the Mavic Air 2? I don't think it's worse. No, of course it's not worse, but the Mavic Air 2 is just great. It's definitely one step higher than what I expected. During the weeks leading to all of these leaks and everything, I was expecting that it's going to be a bit closer to the Mini compared to what it is now compared to the Mavic 2 Pro. So it's not worse, but it's definitely very close to the Mavic 2 Pro in terms of specs, in terms of capabilities, and I think DJI is definitely gaining a lot of traction with this drone, and I think it's going to be a top seller for them. So I'm really excited to get one and start making all the videos for you guys. So should you get the Mavic Pro or Mavic Air 1? Oh, that's a tough question. Mickey, I don't know. I really don't know. I would say the Mavic Pro is still better than Mavic Air. But why would you get an older model if you can just save up some money? And I think the original Mavic Pro it's not that cheap yet. So maybe Mavic Air 2 could be the one that is the best out of your options. I don't know. But I think if you only have to choose between the Mavic Pro and Mavic Air 1, go for the Pro. Party in the AM, I love your name. You are asking which transmission it has now. It has OcuSync 2.0 compared to what it was before. It was Wi-Fi transmission technology. So OcuSync 2.0 gives you up to 10 kilometers of range, and it's just great. It's what we have on the Mavic 2 Pro. So that's why I was saying that it's very close to the Mavic 2 Pro in terms of specs. The transmission technology is just crazy. You have so much control. You almost never lose any signal. And it's not about going further away from you, 10 kilometers away. It's about having stable connection to your drone at all times, even in urban areas. And we know that it's not the case for the original Mavic Air. So I'm really, really happy. I would say that this is one of the best features of the Mavic Air 2, the OcuSync 2.0. I'm really, really excited about that, so I can have full control and just so I can be relaxed when I'm flying the drone. I know that it's going to be behaving well. What is the image quality difference between the 2 Pro? I will have to wait and see until I get my own, but from what I've seen from their commercial clips and from these early review videos that have been posted this morning on YouTube, it seems crazy good. The video quality is just insane, and maybe this half-inch sensor is going to work great for many of us. Personally, I've never been too happy with the D-Log M color profile of the Mavic 2 Pro because it's just very heavily desaturated and it needs a lot of work so you can make your colors pop. Of course, it gives you a lot of detail, but D-Cine-alike is actually a lot easier to color grade, and the final footage turns out very, very good. So I'm really excited about that. So what's the verdict, says Faisal. Buy or not? I don't know what to tell you, man. It's a very easy question for me to answer. I don't know your current situation, but for me, it's 100% buy, and I think it's very, very worth it. Jeremy Boy 1, I hope I pronounce your name right. You are asking, can you show me the capability of the wind handling in a video in the future? I live in the Netherlands where it's always windy. Of course. Where I live is also very windy from time to time, so being able to cope with that wind situation is a very interesting and important feature for me. So of course, whenever I can, I will test this feature, or at least the capabilities of the Mavic Air 2 against the strong wind, and I'll make a video about that. June is asking, can it fly using Litchi for waypoints? I'm not as of right now. I'm sure waypoints in Litchi are not supported yet, as Litchi needs to be updated so it can support the Mavic Air 2. But I'm sure in the future they will update it so you can use Litchi for waypoints for the Mavic Air 2. Leo's saying, for a consumer drone, it isn't a Mavic 2 Pro, but the price isn't the same. Yet the price is very, very different. It's almost 2 times cheaper than the Mavic 2 Pro. And that's insane because not many people can make the difference between the Mavic 2 Pro and the Mavic Air 2. I can promise you that. Not many people will be able to tell them apart. So I think this drone will be the best-selling drone 1 year from now. I agree completely. Seeing how much the Mavic Mini was selling like crazy, I'm sure that the Mavic Air 2 will be selling even more. Vasileos, I hope I pronounce your name correctly. Do you think that the Air 2 will be closer to Skydio in terms of active tracking? Yes, I think so. I think they were working really hard so they can like compete with Skydio when it comes to tracking people, objects, and I'm sure this new feature, just new active track, will be a lot better than we've seen before. The Air 2 seems so advanced in terms of specs. Why do you think it's half the price? It's half the price because they need to compete with all of the new drones out there on the market. The Evo 2, the Skydio 2, all the new drones that we keep seeing. The Air needs to be a bit cheaper, and it also needs to be cheaper so it can take the place between the Mini and the Mavic 2 Pro and Zoom. So it needs that segment, and I think they have nailed the price. And yeah, I think it's going to be a very, very successful drone. Ian says, hey Mike, how are you doing? Just so I want to say hi. Hello Ian, nice to see you. Thank you for tuning in. And to all of you guys who are here in the stream, I want to thank you once again for watching and for asking your questions. I am scrolling down trying to answer as many as I can because you are quite active here in the chat. But yeah. Ozzy says, surprised as the choice of ND filters in the combo and the ones that are sold separately. Yeah, I was a bit surprised as well. I think they were ND16, ND, what was it? I'm not sure, but they skipped one of the filters. ND4, they skipped ND4 and ND32, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know, but it was not the usual setup of ND filters for some reason. Jerry is saying, I will get Mavic Air 2, rest in peace my Spark. Yeah, I feel you very well. I think many Spark owners will have to ditch their Sparks and just go one step higher and get the Air 2. Once again, there is a link in the description towards for the DJI store. If you want to support my channel, you can click that link and buy your drone from there. I will very much appreciate that. It's a really nice way to support my channel. Manuel is saying, I'm curious to see a review and comparison with Mavic 2 Pro on dark and night scenes. What do you think? Of course, I will do that as soon as I have the drone. I have tons of video ideas planned up already. They're just waiting for me to get the drone so I can start recording everything. As the aperture is very close to what we have on the Mavic 2 Pro, I really hope for good results from the Mavic Air 2 as well. Although, of course, the half-inch sensor is very different from the full 1-inch sensor of the Mavic 2 Pro. But I think it's going to be good. I really hope so. Yeah, so it seems that the UK and European version doesn't come with the aircraft avoidance system hardware, but you are being charged the same. Disappointing. If that's true, I see many comments saying that. If that's true, it's really going to be disappointing. And I was really happy to see this new feature being added to the drone. I've had a lot of close, situations with low-flying aircrafts, and I was really hoping that I will eliminate this issue from now on. But yeah, hopefully they will do that. I just don't know. I have to double check that. Okay, we have so many comments. Any idea about Mavic Pro 3? No, I don't have any idea. I think they will release one around the end of the year maybe, or end of the summer, because now they will be preoccupied with the Mavic Air 2, and I don't think we'll see Mavic 3 Pro anytime soon, to be honest. Sar is asking, which one is the best, Mavic 2 Pro or Mavic Air 2? We'll have to really see, because I don't have the Air 2. It's a bit early to say, judging just by the specs and the few videos that I've seen. But it really depends if you are willing to spend so much money for the 2 Pro. You really need a good reason for that now, because honestly, for 90% of the people, or 95% of the people, I would say that the Mavic Air 2 would be more than enough in terms of specs for all sorts of needs. So yeah, I think the Air 2 is the way to go for now. Can I use smart controller with Mavic Air 2? Yes, you will be able to do that. Right now you can't, but very soon they will make a new firmware update, so you will be able to do that. This is the benefit of having OcuSync 2.0. It's really good, and yeah, it will allow you to use your smart controller. I'm starting to really be disappointed that I sold my smart controller, because now I can, if I had it, I would have been able to use it with my FPV drones for streaming directly to the smart controller, and also to fly my Mavic Air 2 and Mavic 2 Pro all with the same controller, which is crazy. But yeah, at the time I was not happy with the smart controller, so I sold it. Jason says, what's up, Mike? Hello, Jason, good to see you. Thank you for tuning in. I'm great. I haven't slept a lot today, so I'm running high on caffeine and Coca-Cola, but for now I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm looking forward to having some rest. I've been watching Mavic Air 2 videos all day and reading a lot about it. But yeah, I'm excited to have you here. All of you. Oh, we have more than 100 people watching. I'm very glad to see that. So CPU Rage is asking, Mike, are you happy seeing DJI using Buzluja in Bulgaria in their Mavic Air 2 advertising video? Yeah, I was very surprised to see this very historical place in Bulgaria being used in the official announcement of the Mavic Air 2. If you haven't seen it, it's this how to say this. It's difficult to explain, but it's a low building that is oval, and it looks very interesting, and it was used in the announcement video of the Mavic Air 2, and it's a very popular building here in Bulgaria, so I was really impressed when I saw it. I had to rewind the clip a couple of times just to make sure that's the same spot, but yeah, I was really happy about that. Ozzy is asking, what do you think of the controller and phone placement and no pause button? I have to say, I never liked the controller. I still don't like it, but of course now seeing the polished version, which looks a lot better than the leaks, I am starting to like it a bit more. It looks too big in my opinion for what it is. It looks almost the same size as the smart controller, which is kind of huge, and it has a built-in screen in it, and this one doesn't have a screen obviously, so I don't know why they had to do it so big, but I like the way that they incorporated the antennas inside the controller, so you don't have to fiddle with antennas anymore. There is no pause button, which could be a bit dangerous when you are using quick shots and intelligent flight modes. So you have to click pause on your screen itself. I like the phone placement, to be honest. I think it's good. But yeah, I'm not too sure about the size of the controller, to be honest. How is the build quality? I don't know. I really don't know. I haven't had the chance to touch the drone or the controller yet, but I'm sure it will be as good as the Mavic 2 Pro. So seeing what you're asking, yeah, I think it will be just as good. Jason is asking, I have a Spark, but I want to get into learning to fly FPV drones and get the Mavic Air 2. What do you recommend? Any of the two is actually a great step up compared to the Spark. It really comes down to what you need your drones for. If you're looking for more action packed shots, then FPV is the way to go. For more cinematic, smooth flying, of course, the Mavic Air would do the job a lot better. So it really comes down to what you need your drone for. I personally am excited about both FPV and Air 2, so I can't really give you a definite answer about that, but you can't go wrong with any of the two, let me tell you that. I don't know how to Kibili? I don't know, sorry about that, butchering your name completely, but DJI should have made the Air 2 design stand out. It looks just like the Mini. Yes, I see so many people complaining about that, and I think it's, of course, it's made on purpose. It's made so they can streamline their whole look of their products. They, if you notice, they ditched the Spark and they made the Mini. It's not Spark 2, it's Mavic Mini. So now we all have Mavics. We don't have any new Phantoms, so they're all looking to make them as a similar package. Also in terms of design, they don't make any colors. Before we had colors on the original Mavic Air, we had different colors on the Spark. Now it's only one choice. You only have the choice for this gray drone, and I see why they make that. It's not exciting to look at these products because they all look the same. But I guess they are just trying to follow the Apple business model or something like that. I don't know. It definitely is a bit boring to watch these new models being so similar, but I understand why they do it. When it comes to cinema grade content, I would assume the Mavic 2 Pro is probably the way to go. Yeah, the Mavic 2 Pro or the Phantom 4 Pro 2.0. For cinema grade content, yes, or even the Inspire, of course, but that's just too expensive. But yeah, cinema grade content and these consumer drones are not really, they don't really go together. Of course, you can make cinematic shots with these drones, but cinema grade content, yeah, not really. Ron is saying, too bad they didn't include any side sensors on this guy. Will still crash if flying sideways with trees in the way. Yes, yes. I think that's just a way of cutting down the costs. They could have made it with sensors on all of the sides, but they didn't, and that's a downside of this drone, that's for sure. MDD is asking, has the Pro 2 10 kilometers HD transmission? I think 8 kilometers. I think it was 7 or 8 in FCC. I never remember the correct number. It's up to 5 in CE networks, so it's not the same. It's a bit different. But yeah, this one is definitely improved in the Mavic Air 2. So up to 10 kilometers. That's definitely very much improved compared to the Mavic 2 Pro. Okay, people are still saying hi, hello, hello, hello. Can you marry with a drone? I'm sure in some countries you will be able to do that. Yes, I'm sure. I'm sure. Nowadays you can do whatever. So if that's what you're interested in, feel free to do that. I'm sure you'll be happy with your drone, Mr. Tello. But yeah, guys, what else do you want to know? MDD is asking why the Mavic 2 Pro doesn't have 60 frames per second. I don't know. I was expecting the Mavic 2 Pro to have it, but yeah, it's not the case. And I was really surprised to see 60 frames per second in 4K on the Mavic Air 2. It's a really pleasant surprise, and we literally saw that leak in the last 24 hours before the drone was announced. So Yeah, big surprise, very positive surprise, and I'm really happy to see that. I'm sure many people will now film only in 4K 60, which I would not advise you to do. I would still film in 4K 30 for 90% of my shots, and only switch to 4K 60 if I'm trying to use this shot slowed down in post. So just just a little reminder to not film all the time in 60 frames per second and not upload in 60 frames per second because it looks bad. That's my personal opinion, of course. What about return to home? Any idea? Well, not really. I mean, it's going to work properly just as on any other DJI drone, I'm sure, because return to home is one of the features that has been present on pretty much any DJI drone in the past couple of years. So I'm sure it will work well. I am not a huge fan of return to home. I always fly manually back to me. But not having a pause button on the remote could be a little bit of an issue when using return to home. So I hope we don't have problems with that. Where can we buy as cheapest as possible? I suppose that's your question. As cheapest as possible is always DJI official website. It's also the best place to buy. So you don't have, if you have any problems, they will just return it or you know, exchange it. So I always shop from the official website. I never go through resellers or stuff like that. And having a peace of mind is more important for me. So once again, link is going to be in the description if you want to buy a drone. By supporting my channel, I would very much appreciate that. Ron is saying, I like the live stream setup, Mike. Cool with the chat pop-ups. Going high-tech, I like it. Yes, that's the biggest reason why I changed to this new software called Ecamm. I found it recently and I was really happy to see the way you can talk to your audience by selecting their comments, so everyone can be on the same page, looking at the same stuff and not be distracted or not be confused. So I really like this setup. It seems some people are reporting some issues with the sound still, so I'm really sorry about that. I'm trying my best to not pause the stream and start over or do anything like that. I'm trying to speak a bit louder to the microphone so you guys can hear me well. And it's really my first ever time trying this live stream setup, so my apologies if you're having issues with the sound, but I will try to fix it for next time. But I really like live streaming nowadays. It's a great way to talk back to you guys and see what you guys have to say. We have 120 people in the chat watching, and I've been live streaming for just over half an hour already. Let me just sip some water because yeah, it's not easy. Marco is asking, general question, can we extend battery life on DJI drones if not shooting in 4K 60 or even lower? Yeah, I think the 4K 60 will be the most taxing for your battery life. So I suppose sometimes if you're not shooting any video, your battery is of course lasting a whole lot longer. So 4K 60 compared to, let's say, 2.7K 30 is going to be different, that's for sure. So if you're looking to get the most out of your battery, you can of course always downsize your video to 2.7 to 1080p if you want. So yeah, that will help, I'm sure. JM Jeff says, buy Mavic Air 2 or wait for 3 Pro. Never wait for new products. Just go ahead, buy whatever you can right now and never wait for the next big thing, as you don't have any idea when that's coming. It could be around the end of the year, it could be in a month or two. But yeah, personally, if you're asking for my opinion, which I believe you are, I wouldn't wait for the next drone. No problem with the sound. Okay, Mickey, thanks for reporting that. Glad to hear, because I was getting worried. Sounds good to me. Okay, it seems it's improved because I have started to speak a lot louder to the microphone. But yeah, I will take a free one. Yeah, that makes 2 of us. I will take a free one too. Let me know when they give those out and I'll take a free one too. Leo says, cheers guys, needs to go. Thank you so much, Leo, for tuning in. It's been a pleasure having you here and answering your questions. Okay. Did they mention SD card speed, UHS 1 or 2? I think they did. Let me just quickly open my... Give me a second. I have the specs right here. I think there was support micro SD with capacity of up to 256 gigabytes. It doesn't say anything about the speed though, but I would advise you to go ahead and get SanDisk Extreme Pro V30. This is the card that has never let me down, and it's probably the best one for 4K footage, 4K 60 especially. But now it's not even in stock, so we are forced to wait. Yes, this is the issue of my country and a few other European countries. I noticed that it's not available to buy straight from their website. It has been the same case for the Mini as well, and it's extremely annoying because everyone is buying one, and I just want to do the same. I want to buy it as well, but I can't, so I'll have to wait a bit. I want to thank a few people who have reached out to offer to send me one so I can buy it and send it to their address and they can send it to me. I want to thank them for that, but I prefer to wait until I can buy it myself from the website. I think that should happen soon. I hope so. Mike, do you think it will have a cinematic flight mode as well as tripod mode? Yes, you can see tripod mode is already in the remote itself. You can switch to tripod. Cinematic, of course, they always add those modes in the intelligent flight modes, and one of my favorite videos to make for any new drone that we have is to go through all of the intelligent flight modes and showcase them to you, show you how they work, how you can fine-tune them. And of course, as soon as I have the drone, probably one of the first videos which I will be making is about the intelligent flight modes, so I will tell you all about them as soon as I can. When did you get into flying drones and reviewing them on YouTube? I started in 2017. My first drone purchase was in 2016. But I started with the Spark in 2017. My first videos were with the Spark, and they're extremely embarrassing to watch nowadays. But yeah, I started with the Spark in 2017, and I've been loving YouTube ever since. Why did you skip my question twice? I'm sorry, I don't know. I can't see all of the questions. If you write it down once again, I will try to not skip it. I promise. What is being done about Part 107 tests that are due to be taken in our current situation with the pandemic? Oh, Justin, I don't know what to answer because I'm not in the US. I'm not sure how you guys are dealing with the Part 107 tests. I suppose they are being pushed back, but don't quote me on that. I really don't know. But nowadays, everything is being cancelled and pushed back, so I suppose this is yeah, just normal nowadays. Okay, there you go. Your question is right here. Can you move the camera like the Mavic 2 Pro? I'm not sure what do you mean move the camera like the Mavic 2 Pro. If you mean up and down, yes, of course. If you mean left and right, I will have to see this little hack that was available for the Mavic 2 Pro when you slide your fingers on the screen itself and it moves the camera left and right. If that's your question, I don't know, but I suppose it will be the same for the Mavic Air 2 because I don't see a reason why to not include the same thing. Vili is asking, it will fly with hand gesture. No, I don't think so. They haven't mentioned anything about hand gesture, so I suppose not. Every new drone is in the DJI Fly application, so what's with the DJI Go 4 application? I don't think they are getting rid of the Go 4 application. I think they are trying to distinguish the two groups of drones, and I think they are trying to set them apart. So the Mini and the Air 2 are kind of like more consumer drones, consumer friendly, and the more professional drones, Mavic 2 Pro, Mavic 2 Zoom, are which are also older, are using the Go 4 application. I suppose maybe in when the new Mavic 3 comes out, they will go out and update the DJI Go 4 application completely revamp this application, because it definitely needs a new update, a refreshment, and new interface even. So I suppose they will do that, but not yet. And I really think they're going to divide these two groups of drones, the more consumer friendly Mini and Air 2, and the more professional ones with different apps. Is there tap to fly? That's a good question. I'm not really sure, to be honest. I haven't seen all the intelligent flight modes, but judging by what we had before, it makes sense to have it, but I'm not sure I saw it in the specs. So I don't know. I really don't know. You caught me off guard here. Hopefully I can get back to you as soon as I have the answer to this question. Can I use the Mavic 2 Pro propeller guard for Mavic Air 2? I don't think so. They have different prop sizes, and generally the size of the drone, of the two drones, is very different. So I don't think it's going to fit. It might be possible, but yeah, I really don't know. I don't have the drone with me, so until I do, there are so many questions that I don't have the answer to. So sorry about that. Is there gesture control? I already answered this question, but let me tell you once again, I don't think there is. I have already the Mavic 2 Pro. Should I sell it and buy the Air 2? It really depends. If you want to get some money back and, you know, get something that is brand new, maybe you can. I don't think it's going to be better in terms of camera capabilities than the Pro, of course not, but it really comes down to how often you use your drone, how much you value the portability, because the Air 2 is of course smaller. So I don't know. It's a really tough question. I personally wouldn't sell my 2 Pro for the Air 2, but yeah, I'm a drone channel, so of course I have all these different drones, and I don't use all of them necessarily all the time. So I can't really give you a definite answer to your question. Yes, there is tap to fly. Okay, good to know. You guys are really helping me out with some of these answers, because I don't know everything. I don't claim to know everything. So that's why you guys are great for helping me out in these situations. Thanks for that, MDD. Best way to color grade drone footage? Oh, that's a tough question for a live stream. I've made a lot of videos about how to color grade your footage, and using LUTs, using manual color grading techniques. You can do whatever you want. You can browse my channel, you'll find a lot of tutorials about color grading. I think that's going to be a better answer than starting to explain everything here now in the live stream. Ozzy is saying hyperlapse 8K will be interesting to edit the raw files. Yes, yes, yes. I am extremely excited about 8K hyperlapse, because hyperlapse are actually one of my favorite features about Mavic 2 Pro, and I realize I haven't done many of these hyperlapse videos on my channel. I haven't used a lot of hyperlapse footage in my videos, and that's something that I wanted to correct. I was thinking about that recently, so now having this hyperlapse feature on the Mavic Air 2 is definitely going to push me towards making more hyperlapses, and I'm going to make a very advanced, in-depth, detailed hyperlapse tutorial, because I know many people are interested in that new feature, especially now that we have 8K, which is going to be insane. So yeah, this is going to be great. Zam Cubing is asking, does the Air 2 have a 3-axis gimbal? And the short answer is yes, it does. Hi, what's the best out of a Mini and the new Air 2 for a road trip to Scotland? I would say the Mavic Air 2 would be better because of that bigger range. So road trips, of course, when you're on a road trip, you are going to explore the area around you, so you'll need that extra range, and I think OcuSync 2.0 and these 48 megapixel photos are going to be a huge difference compared to what you're getting with the Mini. So Norfolk Mountaineer, go with the Mavic Air 2 if you have the option to do so. Anand, hope that's the right way to pronounce, is asking, are the antennas at the top of the phone bracket of the controller? Yes, they are. They are incorporated into the phone bracket itself, so you don't have to fiddle with the antennas anymore. You don't have to move them a specific way. They are always there, always available, always working at their maximum capacity. It's a little bit of a different question, but let me just answer very quickly. Mike, can you show your max specs, please? I want to understand there is enough my 16 gigabyte i7 MacBook for Ecamm. OBS uses 70% CPU on my Mac. Which streaming program works easier for CPU, OBS or Ecamm? I think Ecamm works easier than OBS, to be honest. It's not as heavy. Please DM me on Instagram so I can give you more details about my setup. I don't want to talk about my setup right now on the live stream, but I'll be glad to respond. Just check out my Instagram, DM me, and I'll respond there. What do you find is the greatest quick shot? Mine is Asteroid. Honestly, I don't know. I think maybe Droney is something that I really like. Asteroid, or whatever it's pronounced, it's really cool, but it gets boring very quickly, at least to me. So I like it, but honestly, I think I've done it maybe 4 or 5 times ever, and I've never used it more than that. So Droney, I would say, or actually Helix may be a bit more interesting. Helix, yeah, let's go with Helix. I'm the Bindoman or Bindoman. I don't know how you say that. I bought the Air 1 in December. My jealousy levels are at the maximum and wondering if I should upgrade. Yeah, I understand what you feel very well. Personally, yes, I would advise you to upgrade if you have the financial option to do so. It's going to be a step up compared to the original Mavic Air in pretty much any way. How do you think the Mavic Air 2 will spare in windy conditions? Ted, I already answered this question a bit earlier. I think it's going to be very solid because it is a bigger drone. It's bigger than the Mavic Air, the original one. So the Mavic Air was great, and I suppose this one will be better than that. So a test will be coming as soon as we have a little bit more wind outside and I have the drone with me. It's going to be interesting for me as well. Jerry is asking, maybe in 4 weeks I get my Mavic Air 2. When are you getting one, if you know? That's the thing, I don't know because I still haven't ordered. But as soon as I can order, I will order straight away. I see that they are aiming towards delivery about the middle of May. So hopefully by that time I would have been able to order already. I don't know. I really don't know. It sucks that I need to wait for my drone to get to me. And I'm a drone channel, so that's a bit more painful for me to just wait and watch all of these reviews and not being able to do on my own. But that's just life. It's always the case when it comes to new DJI releases. I always have to get one myself. I never get a unit early, that's fine. And then I always need to wait extra long until my country is able to get the drone delivered to me. So, you know, it's frustrating, but don't worry, as soon as I have the drone, I have so many ideas. You will not regret it. So now is the time to subscribe to the channel and stay tuned for all of the content because it's going to be epic. I can promise you that. I'm really excited about this drone. It's something that I'm just really passionate about. If you already have a Mavic 2 Pro and Zoom, wow, would you get an Air 2? No, I don't think it's worth investing into a third drone if you already have these two. I mean, you could get a little bit of update when it comes to Air 2 for some of the features, but I don't think it justified spending almost $1,000 for a new drone since you already have two very, very good drones. B. Costello is asking, what FPS settings do you use and why? I use 30 frames per second for all of my project nowadays. Before I was using 24, but I decided for drone footage, especially also for FPV footage, 30 frames per second looks a lot more smooth, and I don't want to have choppy footage. I like to have the smoothest footage possible, so I have switched completely to 30 FPS for all of my projects from now on. Hope that answers your question. The Sky is not the limit is asking, can you do more FPV drone videos? I fly Titan DC-5. Yes, of course. As a matter of fact, I'm getting a new FPV drone tomorrow. I'm extremely excited about that. Follow me on Instagram if you want to see a couple of hints and a couple of behind the scenes stories and stuff like that. And I'll make a new FPV video very soon. I'm very excited to fly again and make more FPV content, as that's something that I'm just really passionate about, and just FPV footage in general is amazing. So yeah, more FPV content will be coming to the channel soon. Sorry if I'm not answering all of your questions, but there are just so many. Matt is asking, would you consider this an upgrade from the Mavic 2 Zoom? Yes, I would say so. That's for sure. It has a bigger sensor, longer battery, it has all these intelligent flight modes, it has OcuSync 2.0, which is not an upgrade, but it's actually a little bit upgraded compared to the OcuSync 2.0 on the Mavic 2 Zoom. It has more range and it's cheaper. So yeah, I would say so. Any idea how much is the Fly More combo at DJI website? You can check it out yourself, link is in the description, but I can give you a hint. It's $988 US. Yeah, that's the price that I have in dollars. I don't know in your currency, but yeah, $988 for the Fly More combo. The regular package is $799 on the official DJI web store. Oh my god, it's getting so hard to speak. Ron is saying, unfortunately I spent all of my money on new camera gear, no upgrade here, but hey, still have my original Mavic Air. Yeah, you're having so many drones nowadays. You have the Air, the Skydio 2, you have 2 FPV drones. You're good, you're set. I don't worry about you. So yeah, you're good, Ron. Oh, we have a super chat from Ozzy. Thanks, my man. I love you, man. Thanks for the live stream. Thank you so much. I love you too. Thanks for the support, for the super chat. It really means a lot that you guys are enjoying this whole live stream situation, the way that I'm able to talk to you guys. It's really different, really different, but I enjoy it a lot. Let me tell you, it's a bit hard to keep talking for such a long time, but I do enjoy it, and I definitely plan to do it more. So Ozzy, thank you so much once again, my man. I really appreciate the support. It's nice talking to you on Instagram. Don't worry, I remember. So yeah, thank you so much. Did you ever do FPV? Yeah, of course. Browse my channel. You will see I have FPV videos, and I'll have more than that very soon. More videos soon. I was hoping for the Mavic Pro 3. Yeah, we were all hoping for more than just this drone, but that's the current situation. I was even surprised to see a new drone being released during a pandemic. So that was bold from DJI, let me tell you. I was really surprised to see that. But let's see how this plays out, because could be very interesting. Many people are getting their stimulus checks now from the US. So many people I know are going to order an Air 2 with their stimulus check money straight away. So that could be a huge wave of new sales for DJI. Well, we'll see about that. But yeah. Will there ever be a Spark 2? Zam Cubing is asking once again. Spark 2, I don't think so. I think the Mavic Mini is pretty much the Spark 2. It just uses another name. I don't think we will see a successor to the Spark. I hope we do, but I don't think we will, because DJI needs to push a very professional drone next, because they have been dealing with more consumer-friendly drones for a long time now, and they need to to answer to Skydio 2, they need to answer to the Evo 2, and I'm sure they are working on that as we speak. Carmelo is saying, I will be waiting on actual footage. I have yet to purchase a drone, but I may also wait on the Mavic Pro 3. There is an actual footage already, Carmelo. It is available on YouTube. There are a couple of people who have posted their videos already, and the footage itself looks spectacular in my opinion. It looks very sharp. It looks great in terms of colors, in terms of dynamic range. So yeah, you can wait for my review if you're a supporter and make your opinion then, but you can already see the Air 2 in action as of this morning. Oh, we have another super chat from Vannen, I suppose. That's the correct way. If you were a beginner and you had to choose between the Mavic Mini and the Mavic Air 2, which one would you have chosen? I would have chosen the Air 2 because of that extra functionality that is lacking in the Mini. Of course, it's a bit more expensive, so it really comes down to how much money I have when I'm choosing between my next drone. If I have more money and I'm valuing the features that the Air 2 has compared to the Mini, it just makes more sense to get something that is better, that can serve you for a longer period of time. And I think the Mavic Air 2 ticks almost all the boxes that you can ask for in a drone. So definitely go for the Mavic Air 2 if you have that chance. And thank you so much for the €5 donation. It's really appreciated. Thank you so much. Love this channel. Thank you so much. I love this audience and this community. So thank you so much. 6 mile range is crazy. I think so. Yeah, I think it's crazy. I hope not many people are going to push it that much further from themselves, but I am probably going to do a range test. That being said, but I always have a safe place where I perform all of my range tests. So I might do a range test here in Europe in CE networks and see if we can actually reach those promised 6 kilometers in CE networks. Let's see that. All right. I was about to say the same, says Nathan. I have the Mavic Air 1 and the Wi-Fi sucks. Yeah, that's true. The Wi-Fi is never good when it comes to range. It's not good for pushing your drone and feeling safe and not too stressed about losing it because of being too far without any connection. Oh, you're good at making drone videos. My bro wants to start the drone channel. Do you have any advice? I do actually. Starting a drone channel in 2020, some people feel very discouraged about that because they think it's very late to start a new YouTube channel. But I see people who are absolutely crushing it on YouTube and they have started like 2 months ago. So it's never too late to start. The best advice that I can give you is to make searchable content that people would be able to find, and don't do vlogs or anything like that. Just try to make tutorials, tips, product reviews, stuff that is easily searchable, because that's how people will start coming and watching your videos. Because otherwise, if you're making videos that nobody's searching for, you will get crushed by this feeling that nobody's watching your videos, and you will just be very, very disappointed. Not you, but your bro or whoever is trying to start a new channel. So if you really want to succeed, I would say make searchable content, make it as high quality as possible. Look for solutions for people's problems. That way you're going to help people and they really appreciate that. The same way as you guys appreciate me helping you with some of your problems here on YouTube or Instagram. You guys give me very good feedback about the things that I do for you, so I know that helps, and if you do the same, I'm sure people will appreciate that and you'll start gaining some traction here on YouTube. So good luck with that. Wolf Trail is asking, do you think Mavic Mini will get more updates like RAW photos? I think Mavic Mini will get more updates, but I don't think it will get RAW photos, to be honest. I don't think so, because this is something that people consider to be a prosumer feature, and the Mini is of course not made for prosumers, it's made for beginners. So I don't think it will see RAW photos capabilities anytime soon or ever, to be honest. Oh, Orest is saying, I might start an FPV channel because of this channel. That sounds great, and I have to be honest, I'm following a lot of small creators here on YouTube who are making FPV content, because they are not necessarily popular, but their content is just great, and it seems like when you watch their videos, you know they're enjoying what they're doing, and there's so many good creators out there, FPV pilots and cinematographers and whatever else you can think of. There are so many that are, you know, not really appreciated on YouTube. They don't have a lot of subscribers, they don't have a large following on Instagram or anywhere else, but they are good at what they do. So yeah, if you do start an FPV channel, let me know. I will come to support you and watch your videos. That's the least I can do. Denmark Reyes, sir, where are you from? I love your channel. Please don't call me sir. I'm not a sir. I'm a friend of yours. I am not a sir, that's for sure. I have a Mavic Mini. I am from Bulgaria originally. I am still in Bulgaria. I'm living in Bulgaria right now. I have lived in Denmark for 3 years, which is where I got my master's degree. And yeah, that's pretty much the answer to your question, I believe. Since the Air, Deo says, since the Air 2 has OcuSync 2.0, have you heard anything about smart controller compatibility, or do you think DJI is reserving that for the flagship drones? You'll be very happy to hear that the Air 2 will be able to work with the smart controller. They will make a new update for the controller very, very soon, which is going to give support for the Mavic Air 2, so you'll be able to use that controller for the drone. Yes. What are your views on the modified remote controller of Mavic Air 2? You mean the new controller? I talked about the new controller already in this live stream. I don't really like the size of it. I don't think it's very ergonomic. I think it's too big for what it is, because it just lacks a screen inside. It looks almost the same size as the smart controller, which already has a screen inside, and this one doesn't. So I don't see why it's so big. But I think it's starting to grow on me little by little. I'll have to wait and see until I have it in my hands, but I just don't like the size. I think for this drone, it should have been a smaller controller, but that's the decision that they took for this drone. Jerry is saying, I can't wait to get Mavic Air 2. Yeah, that makes two of us. I'm sure many people would agree in this live stream that the Air 2 is going to be the next big thing for DJI, and I'm sure many people are looking for it as well. Dale is saying hi. Hi Dale, thanks for tuning in. If you are just starting the live stream, I've been here for more than 1 hour. I've been talking like crazy, but thank you for tuning in and for saying hi. Everyone call him sir. Yeah, if you do that, I will not answer any more questions, I promise. You guys are funny. Dale is asking, does Air 2 have adjustable aperture? No, it doesn't. It comes with the fixed aperture of 2.8, which is similar to what we have on Mavic Mini, Mavic 2 Zoom, and Mavic Pro 1, I believe. So yeah, the same aperture. Carmelo is saying, wish the smart controller price was reduced. Yeah, I feel that way too, because nowadays they introduced a new update for using the smart controller with the FPV goggles. So more people will start using that. Now it will work also with the Phantom 4 Pro version 2.0. It will also work with the Mavic Air 2. So it makes sense to use one controller for everything. But yeah, I think it's not going to be reduced anytime soon. Now is actually a good time for them to sell more of these smart controllers, so I don't see them reducing the price. It would have been great though. Oh, Ron has donated $10. Thank you so much, Ron. I really appreciate the donation. You are honestly one of the people who are always supporting my channel, and I really want to thank you for that. I'm always looking forward to your messages, your new content, to talking to you on Instagram. So thank you so much for your donation. It means a lot. Supporting a great channel. Thank you. Thank you. It's really, really appreciated. I always appreciate you guys supporting me in any way, and this is no different. Thank you so much, Ron. It comes with ND filters. That is great. Yes, but it's important to mention that it comes with ND filters only in the Fly More combo. It doesn't come with ND filters in the regular package, which could have been a nice addition for every package, but I guess they have to sell more Fly More packages that way. Yeah, smart business moves. Yeah, this is going to sell a lot more Fly More packages because of these filters being included in the package. Wow, you guys are just killing me with these questions. I don't think we'll ever be able to answer all of them, but yeah, I will be talking to you for a few more minutes, and then I will have to wait I will have to end, sorry, the live stream, because I think hour and 10 minutes is enough for now. But yeah, let me just answer a few more questions, and then it's game over for this live stream. George is asking, can you use an iPad with the normal Mavic Air controller? Yes, you can. They sell these clamps that you put where your phone goes, and these clamps are able to support the iPad. So just search on Amazon for Mavic Air iPad clamp or iPad support or something like that. You will see those little devices that go into the phone holder, and that's where you can set your iPad to stand and you can use it. Wolf Trail is asking when we are going to have the next Phantom. Seems Phantom is gonna be dead. Yes, with the recent reintroduction of the Phantom 4 Pro 2.0, it seems they're not really in a rush to introduce a new one, and I honestly don't think they will anytime soon. It's impossible to guess at this point what they're going to do, because they are always doing things that nobody expects, to be honest. So Sander is asking, can you live stream from the Mavic Air 2? I suppose you can. I'm not too sure, but I think you can, because other DJI drones have had this functionality before, so no reason to not include it as well. Is this the first DJI drone to come with ND filters? I think bundled with the Fly More package, yes. Other than that, I think they have sold regular ND filters on their website separately, but bundled with the product, I don't think so. Maybe it is the first DJI drone to come with ND filters. It's a really good touch, in my opinion. Vladimir, oh, that's another Bulgarian. Thank you for tuning in. Hi Mike, I'm wondering about the range difference between the old Air and the Air 2. Oh, it's going to be huge difference, I can tell you that. Specifically when flying in a city where there are lots of networks, OcuSync 2.0 should be drastically better. Yes, you guessed right, it's going to be so much better. Honestly, on my Mavic 2 Pro, I've never had any issues with flying in the city, and because of that, OcuSync 2.0. And for that, the Air 2 is very much worth it. Like I mentioned a couple of times already, this is probably the best feature of this brand new drone, because it's just going to allow everyone to fly in all sorts of different areas. So interference should not be a problem. And yeah, I think it's going to be a drastic difference between the regular Air and this new one. Say hi to your dog. I will, Jerry. I will say hi from you. She is probably outside this door right here. She's waiting for me as she hears my voice, and she's the best. She always looks for me, always wants to be close to me. So yeah, I'm going to end the stream just for my dog. I want to spend more time with my dog. But yeah, I will say hi. Um, Max Brown is asking, do you think I should buy the Mavic Pro or the new Air? Mavic Pro? You mean the original one? If you mean the original one or the new Air, go for the new Air. Can't go wrong with this one. Carmelo is asking, any chance of doing a comparison using Apple versus Android tablet, Samsung? I don't have an Android tablet, unfortunately. I only have an iPad. I don't know if I will be able to do this video, to be honest, but I know the Android app is a bit more buggy. It's a bit, it's a bit worse than the iOS application. That's all that I know about the iOS versus Android war for DJI. Why you're so good at answering questions? You are just asking all the right questions, I guess. I am trying to just answer as many as I can because I don't know all the answers to your questions, but if I know the answer, I would love to give you guys some more information. Hopefully that will help you make your decision if you're planning to buy one or not. Riho, please tell me if Riho is the way to pronounce your name, because you, bro, are such a big supporter to my channel, and I really want to know if Riho is the way to pronounce your name, because you're always interacting with me, my chat, my DMs, my comments, and I just want to know if that's the way to pronounce your name. But yeah, you have 54 subscribers. I have to say I'm one of them. I'm subscribed to your channel, so yeah, please let me know how you pronounce your name. Please make a video on ND filters. I've made so many videos on ND filters. Why don't you just browse my channel? You will see them and you will see why they are so beneficial for your footage. I've made videos on ND filters with the Spark, with the Mavic Air, with the Mavic 2 Pro, with the Mavic Mini, all sorts of different drones, and I've made videos for ND filters for all of them. JR is asking, is it still in your plans for you to move to the USA? See, that's how you know this guy has been watching my videos for a long time, because I haven't mentioned this that many times, but yeah, I would love to move to the US if I have the chance to be honest. I have lived abroad for a few years and I honestly loved living in a foreign country. It's just a different perspective and I just love that whole experience. So now me and my wife would be very happy to move somewhere in the US if we have that chance, at least for a few years. Just give it a shot, see how life is going to be. So yeah, if I have the chance, I would honestly do that. I would really love to do that. Dale is saying, I really enjoy your tutorials because of your professional knowledge and courtesy you express. Keep it up, Mike. Thank you so much, Dale. It means a lot that you feel that way. Thank you so much. Oh, and we have another super chat. Ricardo is saying, your tutorials for the Air and videos are amazing, has greatly changed my own footage. Curious if you will use Mavic Air as often after receiving Air 2. Thank you so much for your donation, really appreciate that. Unfortunately, I don't have the original Mavic Air anymore. I gave it to a friend of mine so he can use it. I don't have it anymore, but I will be using a lot the Air 2, that's for sure. I can promise you that. My bro here is saying, I'm very happy you are from my city. I am happy as well. This city is just great, especially when it comes to filming. There's so many beautiful locations, so many good things to film. And honestly, every time I'm sharing my footage from this city, I feel proud. I just really feel proud because it's so nice here. It's really the best. Sea is just wonderful. What can I tell you? Would you go for the Mini or the Air 2? Air 2, yes, that's for sure. Rommel, I would go for the Air 2 if the money that it costs is not a problem. I would go for the Air 2. Wolf Trail is saying, thank you for coming live and see you again. Stay safe and waiting for your next live. I'm from Sri Lanka. See you, brother. Thank you so much, Wolf Trail. It means a lot for to see you here, to answer your questions. Thank you so much for tuning in. And Sri Lanka, wow, I would love to visit one day. It sounds great. This guy is a girl. Sorry about that. Sorry about that, really. I have 99.6% viewers, male viewers, I think. So having a girl is definitely not something that I'm used to seeing here in my chat, so sorry about that. Yeah, Ken is asking, will the iPad 4 fit into the remote holder? I don't think it will. I don't think this remote holder is going to fit anything larger than a large phone, to be honest. But I think it's actually going to, you will be able to use one of these iPad clamps that you can buy on Amazon, that you simply fit where the phone goes, and it just extends upwards, so you can place your iPad on top. I think you will be able to do that. I'm sure they will make tons of different accessories for the Air 2, so you will just have to wait a bit until you can get it. Oh, so many questions. Dale has just donated $5. Thank you so much, Dale. Thank you, really appreciate it. Can you make a video that goes through the settings of the Mavic 2 Air? Love your videos, by the way. Thank you so much. I will, of course, make one. As soon as I have the drone, I'll make a full walkthrough of all the settings of the DJI Fly application, everything there is to know, what settings to use, cinematic settings, stuff like that. I will make all of these videos, trust me on that. Just make sure you subscribe, stay tuned for these videos. I'm so excited to make them. And yeah, they'll be flooding my channel very soon. Oh, we have another girl, Natalia, another girl here. We also love drones. Yeah, it seems so. I actually follow this Instagram profile, women who drone, and I see there are a lot of female creators who fly drones, and I'm very happy to see that. I'm not sure why flying drones is such a male hobby nowadays, but it's actually really not a male hobby, but just the majority of people who fly drones are male. But I see you out there. I see that there are a lot of females out there who fly drones as well, and you have a very different perspective on things. So I think female creators who fly drones are great for the hobby. So thank you, Natalia, for tuning in and for writing in the chat. Trying to get my wife to fly. She won't do it. Yeah, tell me about it. I'm trying to do the same with my wife, and she's not interested in trying it herself. She is supporting me every single time when I fly. She has tried it a couple of times, but she's just not interested in that type of photography and videography, I would say. She loves photography and videography, but I guess not that type of aerial one. So yeah, Peter is saying that, hey, can we get some love for Peter? I love girls who love drones, my favorite type of girl. Yeah, they're not too easy to find, I suppose, but yeah, Peter, you know what you're talking about. Why do some American YouTubers already have the Mavic Air 2? Well, DJI sends out a couple of review units to some of the creators out there to make early reviews. Unfortunately, I'm not one of them. I have talked to them a couple of times, and they have very limited units, so they can't send to everyone. I am on their radar, that's what they told me, but yeah, maybe it's just a way of telling me to leave them alone. I don't know, but yeah, for now I have to buy all of my drones myself. I don't rely on DJI to send them to me. If you had $3,000, what drone would you get? I probably would get the Mavic Air 2, and I'll buy something else with the rest of the money, something that will benefit from using this drone, something like a camera, if you want to use this drone for your channel or something like that. But I don't know, I would personally go for something cheaper, not blow all of my money on one product, and just do something smart with the rest of the money. JR, oh, we have a donation, $10 donation. Thanks as always, Mike. Best drone vids ever. Women power. Stay safe, Janet. Thank you, Janet. Really appreciate your donation. Thank you so much. And great message as well. Yeah. CPU Rage says, see you in your next live stream, Mike. Be safe. Keep it up, the awesome videos. Thank you so much for tuning in. See you next time. Appreciate the support. And I think, guys, I think it's time with these lovely messages. I think it's time to end the stream right here, because it's been almost 90 minutes since I started this live stream, and I think I answered most of the questions that I keep seeing here on the chat. I think most of these questions were regarding whether it's a good time to buy the new Mavic Air 2, whether it's a good comparison between the Mavic Mini, which one is better, the Mavic Mini or the Mavic Air 2, the Mavic 2 Pro. You guys really need me to do this video, right? I will make a full in-depth comparison video between the Mavic Mini, Mavic Air 2, Mavic 2 Pro, and I'll tell you which one is best for specific situations, for specific needs, for specific price points. I will tell you which one is the way to go. But for now, it seems the Mavic Air 2 is definitely very capable, very good in terms of features, in terms of price, in terms of everything there is about it. I think it's going to be a really very well sold drone, like one of the best selling drones for DJI. I predict that. Once again, I have linked the drone in the description of the video. If you want to support the channel, probably the best way to do it if you buy the drone via this link. I would always appreciate that. So with that being said, I think it's time to say goodbye. I will make another video very soon on this channel. It's going to be something more FPV related. So that's a little hint that I can give you. So follow me on Instagram. You can see the Instagram profile here in the upper right corner on the screen. Please do follow me if you want to see some behind the scenes content, some photos that I post on my feed, and some more things that I do on a regular basis. This is the place to reach me. Also, if you have any questions, DMing me on Instagram is probably the best way to contact me and get an answer to your question. So with that being said, thank you so much for tuning in to this live stream, talking to me, asking your questions about the Mavic Air 2. It's been a real pleasure. Now I'm going to get some rest, enjoy the evening, and hopefully you guys will do the same. Take care. I wish you all the best and see you soon. Bye bye.